Hi guys, welcome to another video. This time it's the last E3 conference video, if you want to call it that. So this is Nintendo's Treehouse, which is more like a talk show, more so than a conference or presentation. So they started out strong by showing off Zelda and announcing its name, which is Zelda Breath of the Wild. They wanted to highlight how fast and how much attention to detail they've done in this game already. And it's still Hyrule. It's the Hyrule world. They wanted to let you know the world is alive and fast, and you can literally just interact with pretty much anything you can find. So you can cut down trees, you can grab some ore, you can pick up rocks and so on. If you want to climb that building, you can. If you want to climb that wall, you can. Like, you can literally interact with the world any way you want. So that's cool. They didn't really say much here, but then they moved on to Pokemon. Now this segment took 30 minutes or so, and I just didn't give a shit. Like, I care about Pokemon. When they started, it was very good, alright? So let me get into this, right? So they showed the 3 starters, a Roulette, which is an owl, Litten, which is a cat, and Poplio, hopefully I'm saying this right, which is a seal. So fire, grass, water, same old deal as usual. After this, they gave a look at the legendaries. The legendaries are Solgaleo, which is a lion, and Lunala, which is a night bat. Also, sorry if I'm looking away. These names are not basic names. I have to turn to my script to read. But after that, they released a release date, which is the 16th of November. I'm not sure if that was announced before, but that's cool. And then after that, it was just a playthrough of the game from the beginning, and you just literally watch them play the game, and it wasn't really that great, because for me, I just like the information. I don't like seeing someone else play the whole of the beginning of the game for me. I might go watch a Let's Play or something after I played it myself, but it ruins everything, you know. But yeah, it was just very upset. And it's like, even when they were doing this as well, they were like, hey guys, don't forget, when you go in grass, you can get attacked by Pokemon. Or, hey, did you know water is actually very effective against fire? I know this. Most of your audience know this. It's not like new information. So it was really annoying hearing that. It's like, it felt like they were spoon feeding us information we already knew. I'm not sure if it's because they were filling time, or maybe they just didn't prepare very well. But yeah, no, it was just really annoying. So that went on for 30 minutes. And then after that, here's another thing I hate about the structure of the show. They had a 15-minute break. This was so they could get new hosts on, change the screens, and change the lighting and stuff. It's just unprofessional. If you had a 15-minute break in between all your stuff on TV, you would be in such a disarray and such anger. It's like, and catch us after the break, and then 15 minutes later, and we're back from the break. It's like, come on. And it's also annoying because they did this outside, so a lot of the break is for changing of lights, because it's constantly getting dimmer at the show. So they are constantly having to change the lights to change that, make the camera look high quality and whatnot. It was really annoying, but after they came back, they showed Zelda. Zelda looks amazing, alright. There's loads of gameplay. It's still going on now. It's been 2.5 to almost 3 hours now of Zelda. No, 2.5 hours of Zelda, and then 30 minutes of everything else that I've already stayed already. There you go. So it's been going for like 3 hours or so, the whole show. Looks really cool. As I said earlier, you can interact with things. You can go anywhere you want. Within reason. I'm sure if you go to like a really hard area, you're going to die and stuff. But this is a fast world, and it's neat how they're trying to get you hyped for the game. But at the moment, they're just playing the game. It's like, I don't want to see the whole game. I want to be hyped for this game. If I get to see the whole game, why do I need to go buy it? It's like, just show me information. Show me some neat things I can do. And that's all I need. That's all I need. Show me a bit of gameplay. Maybe a trailer, which you did earlier, so fine. This is not what E3 should be. This is not a conference. This is more like a Let's Play, or I don't know. It's more like a Let's Play. It's like, I don't watch E3 for Let's Plays. So this really annoyed me, and I'm not even going to put this on my rating for my E3 conferences. This is just going to be a show floor thing for me. This is like, I don't care. It's not a conference. And that's it. I gave up. I'm not even watching it anymore because it's just literally just been going non-stop with Zelda. So I'm not even sure if they're going to show more things. But I did hear tomorrow they're going to show things like Pokemon Go and a few other things. So I might check that out tomorrow. You won't get a video on that, but I might check that out tomorrow because it's just going to be more of the same today. It's going to be like 3 hours of each thing and it's just kind of But alright, so Nintendo's out of the way. So I'm actually going to hijack this video to do my ratings and as well my overall review of E3. So first off, ratings. Sorry. Same as what I said in my last video. You have EA for well, last, first as in last, followed by Bethesda. No wait, yeah, Bethesda. No, Ubisoft. So let's start that again. EA, Ubisoft, Bethesda. That other one that I've forgotten. EA. No. Shit, I am fucking this up majorly, aren't I? What was that other one I did? Microsoft. How can I forget Microsoft? Right, so EA, Ubisoft, Bethesda, Microsoft, Sony. Sony, obviously, for obvious reasons, they just had so much that everyone cared about, and they had gameplay, they had trailers, they had this whole presentation that they clearly planned and orchestrated. So it was really cool. And Nintendo, I'm just counting as a separate thing, but if I was to add this to the list, it'll be just before EA, just about. Only because it's actually good stuff they're showing. It's not crap like competitions and shit that no one gives a shit about, besides this very small audience. But no, this has been a great E3, like conference-wise. There's been a lot of games. This has definitely been a more game-oriented E3. There was no giant segments on TV shows or TV segments of the Xbox or PlayStation. It was just games. And they did a great thing this year, which I feel they haven't done for a long time, is they actually showed a lot of gameplay. One thing I do hate at E3 is when they just show a trailer. And then in the trailer, it's just like a pre-rendered thing. There's no gameplay montage or there's no live gameplay on stage. It's just like, oh, hey, here, we're working on this cool thing. It's just all this render stuff. It doesn't get me excited because it's like, well, it looks nice in the render. That is not what it's going to look like when it's out. And it's not going to be how it plays. You don't see how it plays either. So, kudos for E3 this year for doing that. Oh, I say E3, I mean everyone. I also want to say that I am very proud of a lot of the conferences for paying respect and being very respectful to the people who were involved in the Orlando incidents as well. I thought it was very nice of them. The only one I know that didn't do this, and it may just been because of timing, but I think they would have known by that point, was EA. But again, being the first ones, it could be just timing reasons. They might have not realised what was going on or something, because it happened on the day that E3 first died. So they were probably at the show the whole day, so who knows. But kudos to that. Really brought a tear to my eye, because it's just nice knowing that big companies out there do actually have hearts, even though as much as we gamers want to think that they don't care, they do have backbone and they do have heart. So I really did like that. That was a nice touch for everyone. So big shout out to all the companies for doing that. But yeah, it was great E3. I'm glad I stayed up half the night watching most of these. But hopefully you've enjoyed this series. This is just like a small thing I do every year. It's like a tradition now. I really liked, the only other issue I had with E3 this year was everything was like right next to each other. Because I would have loved to do some editing. I would have loved to put like photos here and put some footage on screen and stuff. I just didn't have time because the conferences were like 2-3 hours apart. So I only had about maybe half an hour or so after the rendering and the downloading and the recording. It's like I just didn't have time. But kudos to E3 this year. I can't wait to see more stuff being revealed on the show floor that wasn't at the presentations. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. And hopefully I will catch you on some of my other videos, which I have 2, if you don't know. On Mondays, I do a Insightful Levels. I'll put a link up here for my latest one. And I also do a top 10 list or top X list. The number changes. Sometimes it's top 5, top 9, and so on. List as well. And this is going to be my latest one over here. But first two, I do appreciate, guys. It really does help out when you guys come to catch up with things that maybe you missed at E3 and so on. So anyway, I will see you in my next video, which shall be on Monday. There will not be a Friday video this week. So I will see you guys on Monday.